myself. One of my favorite games was Zelda Ocarina of Time, and this is to call all you wild Epona horses back to me. Hopefully the wind or someone will hear my answer or call, because I'm calling in the wild horses of your spirits to come join me now and learn a little bit about the Kambo, which in Kambo Nation actually integrates to a beautiful ceremony where you actually connect to mind, body, spirit, and have new awakened insights in a ceremony in Amazon. That's why this whole series is called Virtual to Jungle, is that we start on virtually, and then hopefully you will feel so inspired or called. If it's already this path you feel like you're leading, or you're looking for something auspiciously or serendipity like this, we start virtually. You can follow along by looking at more of the in-depth product details and offerings I have on my online store, or you could just watch me do it all and see me potentially pass out now. My puke bucket, I got this fan. This is made by the Shipopo people. It has sacred kondo feathers and eagle feathers. I use it to fan myself because Kambo, some effects. It makes you run really hot. You can have frog face and you can swell up. It's all the active peptides, actual real medicine that integrates with your body, but it can be overwhelming. So before you come in and sit with me, I actually take your blood pressure. I have you fill out some form that says, did you take this? Alcohol? No. Great. If you did take alcohol, I would say no, can't take it today. And the biggest thing here is making sure that you know what the setup looks like in a ceremony. It could look a lot like mine. It could look like more of a plain room. I think being a product of a lovely environment helps to really set the tone. I'll call all the wild horses in. That is the wind hearing my reply. I think some of you are joining me now. So if you didn't see it earlier, there's going to be a recording posted on my site right after we finish here. But I was just calling you in with my ocarina and telling you some of the things you should and shouldn't do in prepping for a ceremony like this Kambo. Yesterday I went over Hapé, ceremonial smuff, also known as rapé or mapacho. All of these things you can do completely legally in the US. The stuff I package through my Wake Healer site has been processed in an FDA-approved lab, and the facilitators and people who process these sacred plant medicines do hold a lot of respect and reverence from the native peoples that have familial, family-like relationships with the Matsis, the Mapacho, the Shipopo. Mapacho is part of the snuff, and the Kutanawas, who I had the pleasure of sitting in a full ayahuasca DMT La Fuerza experience. Ayahuasca on its own, just so you know, by the native peoples and tribes of the Amazon, is actually just the vine of the soul, or vine of the dead, as others would call it in the Amazon. And pure vine, I actually have an offering of that as well on my site. I'm going to be showing you how to do it in a chocaya cacao ayahuasca ceremony. All these ingredients imported from South America with us. You see me, I'm trying to take my choker off because just in case I have some inflammation or I have to purge, another fancy way to say vomit, don't want anything really restricting to my airways or throat with things coming up. So I have some things here. I have this Kambo that is beautifully wrapped from Awake Healer. I have my own Awake Healer site, and this Matsi stick that I use to burn with a lighter, and I'll burn a whole, just one gate, because I'm microdosing for you guys. If I had 3 or 4, you might actually see me pass out on the floor. I'd be out for like 10, maybe 30 minutes, just hot and cold. Microdosing just feels like a warm blanket washing over you, and you can isolate this because I trained with actual doctors, scientific doctors, trained me. They even show me different meridians that are located to different things. You follow Eastern medicine, Chinese medicine meridians. If you follow them in certain pressure points, they can actually help you with very targeted areas of the body. For me, I'm still targeting my skin. It's been more than 3 months that I've administered it to myself. It's about time. because my skin needs a lot of help. This Kambo is stored dry in a dry space. You should have it nicely wrapped in a dry cloth or banana leaf. If you're visiting the Amazon, you'll see them have this wrapped in a banana leaf. And if you can see kind of a slick film on it, I don't know if you can really see it in this light, that is actually dried up frog peptides that the tribal people scraped up from the back of the frog. They kind of stretch the frog out. It looks like it's doing froggy yoga, and then they scrape it on this wood. It doesn't hurt the frog in any way. It's not animal cruelty. Remember, the vision the chief got, as I said in the beginning of this video, was that the ayahuasca led him to the frog to help heal his people that were plagued with an illness. I think it's my perfume, and the Palo Santo is really kicking in now. I think it's good whenever I sneeze. It might be my body rejecting something. It's saying, you don't need to do this that much, Stephanie. I'm going to do a gate between my toe here. I had a gate open before. I'm going to try to get myself in a position where you can see where I do it. I will fan myself. I do have family members inside to make sure I'm okay. It's something else. You shouldn't be in an environment where it's you with someone, and if they walk away, that is not a good instructor. They should be with you at all times, especially when they actually scrape this off the wood, reconstitute it with a little water. I even have my Zen spray. I'm going to spray this over me. This is really great ingredients. It has, so many good things. Palo Santo, white sage, eucalyptus, all these grounding, invigorating energies come out of that bottle. So I have that offering on my site as well. This water is to reconstitute a little bit of the Kambo. Don't necessarily need to scrape it or wet it directly with the water, spray bottle water. I'm not teaching you how to do this to yourself. I'm just letting you know how I do it because I like to be very transparent. But I spray some on the stick. Some people just scrape it off, but I'm afraid that since I have a cat and dog walking around, as you can see, you saw my cat earlier, they can lick it up and that might be just no bueno. Don't think they're ready to do Kambo today. It'll help me get it into a ball because it's dried up frog mucus, frog peptides, and I'll scrape it off with my knife and create a ball. I will do that in a little bit. I'll let it get a little mushy. I see it coming out. Me personally, I like to have my selenite in alabaster bowl. Alabaster is really good for forgiveness. Selenite is for cutting bad energy. So there's no bad energy in this space, okay? If you came to me with bad energy, I'm clearing it with you now. No bad energy around your heart. You're open-minded, you're here to learn. And I'm still learning by whatever comments you choose to share with me during or after this video. So, I have that getting wet. First, I want to do a gate hole. This is the part where most people are like, okay, I'm out. We do a little ceremony before this with the Hapé. And even if you just start with Hapé for a couple weeks, if not months, 40 different varieties on my online store offerings, you're right as rain. Sometimes it's too much to do a whole mind, body, spirit reboot, as I like to call it. In my Virtual to Jungle series, I like to at least conceptualize it for your understanding, but it's so much more connected than what I'm saying. But Hapé for me, at least for me, is the mind component because every day I have conversive thoughts, so I could do this up to 6 times a day, no side effects. It does have tobacco in it, but it doesn't have the carcinogen properties of tobacco because of the way it's prepared. A lot of different sacred plant medicines. In the Amazon and different tribes doing these ceremonies, before you do Kambo, you'll probably do Sananga, eye drops, which I don't have as part of this series. I'll do a whole episode or a whole series on Sananga alone because it emulates a lot of the effects of just doing hardcore breathwork, pranayama, or even hardcore meditation and other modalities that don't involve any plant medicine or frog animal medicine. So I want you to understand the things I'm teaching you here today. You do not have to do a substitute medicine. Sometimes breathing is enough. Sometimes meditating enough. Sometimes sitting with yourself and feeling your feelings is enough. Sometimes you just have to realize you have to get out of your environment and go somewhere else. Feel something new, be something new, or talk to someone new. And that could be enough. But when it doesn't feel like enough, you're sitting here with me today. And I like to think my ocarina called you to me a little bit because who doesn't like fun song?
Welcome to the jungle. We've got fun and